Page 72, Lesson 13. Topic: Ghost on the Veranda by Ruskin Bond. Unit 1. Number 1. Read the text and answer the questions given below. Para 1. Anil's mother's memory was stored with an incredible amount of folklore, and she would sometimes astonish us with her stories of spirits and mischievous ghosts. Para 2. One evening, when Anil's father was out of town and Kamal and I had been invited to stay the night at Anil's upper story flat in the bazaar, his mother began to tell us about the various types of ghosts she had known. Mulia, the maid servant, having just taken a bath, came out on the veranda with her hair loose. Para 3. My girl, you ought not to leave your hair loose like that, said Anil's mother. It is better to tie a knot in it. Para 4. But I have not oiled it yet, said Mulia. Number 5. Never mind, but you should not leave your hair loose towards sunset. There are spirits called jinns who are attracted by long hair and pretty black eyes like yours. They may be tempted to carry you away. Number 6. How dreadful! Exclaimed Mulia, hurriedly tying a knot in her hair and going indoors to be on the safe side. Para 7. Kamal, Anil and I sat on a string cot facing Anil's mother, who sat on another cot. She was not much older than 32 and had often been mistaken for Anil's elder sister. Number 8. Can you see jinns, auntie? I asked. Paras 1 to 8. Word nest. Para 1. Memory, Sriti, recall. Stored, mojut chilo, stocked. Incredible, abhishasyo, unbelievable. Amount, পরিমাণে, a large number of. Folklore, প্রাচীন লোক কাহিনী, folk tales. Astonish, চমকে দেওয়া, amaze. Spirits, প্রেতাত্মাদের, souls. Mischievous, উপদ্রবকারী, harmful. Para 2. Invited, নিমন্ত্রণ করা হয়েছিল, asked for. Upper story, ওপর তলার, upstairs. Various, বিভিন্ন, different. Types, রকমের, kinds. Maid servant, পরিচারিকা, a female attendant. Veranda, বারান্দা, porch. Para 3. Loose, আলগা করা, untie. Tie, বাঁধা, fasten. Knot, বিপনি, tangled. Mass of hair. Para 4. Oiled, তেল মাখলো, put oil. Para 5. Sunset, সূর্যাস্ত, setting of the sun. Attracted, টান অনুভব করলো, fascinated. Pretty, সুন্দর, beautiful. Tempted, প্রলুব্ধ হলো, enticed. Page 73. Para 6. Dreadful, ভয়ানক, frightful. Hurriedly, চট করে, soon. Indoors, ঘরের মধ্যে, inside the room. Para 7. String, cot, খাটিয়া. Cot made of string. Mistaken, ভুল করেছিল, wrong. Older, আরো বয়স্ক, aged. Elder, বয়সে বড়, senior. Activity A. Write T for true statements and F for false ones. Number 1. Anil's mother knew many rural stories. Answer: false. Number 2. One night the narrator alone went to Anil's mother. Answer: false. Number 3. He went to her house to hear ghost stories. Answer: false. Number 4. Jinns are attracted by beautiful eyes and long hair of girls. Answer: true. Number 5. It is believed that jinns can carry away a girl. Answer: true. Activity B. Answer the following questions in brief. Question number 1. Who stored many folklores which astonished the narrator? Answer. Anil's mother stored many folklores. Number 2. What were the stories about? Answer. The stories were about spirits and mischievous ghosts. Number 3. Where was the narrator invited? Answer. The narrator was invited to stay the night at Anil's upper story flat. Question number 4. What did Anil's mother advise Mulia? Answer number 4. Anil's mother advised Mulia not to leave her hair loose towards sunset. Number 5. What are attracted by spirits? Answer. Spirits are attracted by long hair and pretty black eyes. Activity C. Fill in the blanks with given in the box below. Number 1. I think these rumors are blank. Answer. Incredible. Number 2. The news blank everyone. Answer. Astonished. Number 3. He told us an blank story. Answer. Mischievous. Number 4. Don't blank thieves by leaving valuables clearly visible. Answer. Tempted. Number 5. Her books are often based on blank and fairy tales. Answer. Folklore. List of words. Incredible, folklore, astonished, mischievous, tempt. Activity D. Fill in the gaps with a word from the text. Number 1. Anil's mother's memory was stored with blank. Answer. Incredible amount of folklore. Number 2. She began to tell us about various types of blank she had known. Answer. Ghosts. Page 74. Number 3. It is better to tie a blank in hair. Answer. Not. Number 4. How dreadful blank Mulia. Answer. Exclaimed. Number 5. Can you see Jin's aunt? Blank asked. Answer. I. Number 2. Read and answer. Number 9. Sometimes she said there was a mathematics teacher in our locality whose pupils were about the same age as you. One of the boys was very good at his lessons. One day, while he sat at his desk in a corner of the classroom, the teacher asked him to fetch a book from the cupboard which stood at the far end of the room. The boy, who felt lazy that morning, didn't move from his seat. He merely stretched out his hand, took the book from the cupboard and handed it to the teacher. Everyone was astonished because the boy's arm had stretched about 4 years before touching the book. They realized that he was a jinn, Jinn. That was the reason for his being so good at games and exercises which required great agility. Para 10. Well, I wish I was a jinn, said Anil, especially for volleyball matches. Number 11. Anil's mother then told us about Munjia, a mischievous ghost who lives in lonely peepal trees. When a Munjia is annoyed, he rushes out from his tree and upsets tongas, bullock carts and cycles. Even a bus is known to have been upset by a Munjia. Para 12. If you are passing beneath a peepal tree at night, warned Anil's mother, be careful not to yawn without covering your mouth or snapping your fingers in front of it. If you don't remember to do that, the Munjia will jump down your throat and completely ruin your digestion. Paras 9 to 12. Para 9. Word nest. Locality, স্থানীয় অঞ্চল, neighborhood area. Pupils, ছাত্র ছাত্রী স্টুডেন্টস, লেসন্স অনুশীলনী এক্সারসাইজেস, ডেস্ক পড়ার টেবিল স্টাডি টেবিল, ফেচ নিয়ে আসা ব্রিং, কাবার্ড আলমারি আলমিরা, লেজি অলস আইডল, মেয়ারলি কেবলমাত্র অনলি, হ্যান্ডেড হাতে তুলে দিল, গেভ অ্যাওয়ে, অ্যাস্টনিশড চমকে গেল, অ্যামেজড, ইয়ার্ড গজ, আ ইউনিট অফ মেজারমেন্ট, রিয়ালাইজড উপলব্ধি করল, আন্ডারস্টুড, রিজন কারণ কজ, রিকোয়ার্ড দরকার ছিল, নিডেড। প্যারা 11 লোনলি একাকী, সলিটারি, পিপল ট্রি অশ্বত্থ গাছ, আ কাইন্ড অফ ট্রি, অ্যানয়েড বিরক্ত হল, ইরিটেটেড, রাশেস ছুটে যাওয়া, রানস আওয়ে, আপসেট উল্টে দেওয়া, টার্ন ওভার, টোঙ্গাজ টাঙা গাড়ি, আ ক্যারেজ ড্রন বাই হর্সেস, বুলাকার্স কার্টস ড্রন বাই বুলক্স। প্যারা 12 পাসিং পাশ দিয়ে যাওয়া, মুভিং, বিনিথ নিচে, আন্ডার, ওয়ার্নড সাবধান করে দিল, কশনড, ইয়ন হাই তোলা, টু ওপেন দ্য মাউথ ওয়াইড, স্ন্যাপিং তুড়ি দিয়ে যাওয়া, মেকিং আ শার্প সাউন্ড উইথ ফিঙ্গার্স, রিমেম্বার স্মরণ করা, কল আপ, রুইন ধ্বংস করা, ডিস্ট্রয়, ডাইজেশন হজম, ডিজলভিং ইন দ্য স্টমাক। Page 75. Activity A. Tick the correct alternatives. Number 1. There was option A an English teacher, B a mathematics teacher, C history teacher in the locality. Number 2. One of the students was good at option A games, B lessons, C music. Number 3. Everyone was astonished because the boy's arm had stretched about option A 4 feet, B 4 years, C 4 cutters, CUTRTS. Number 4. Munjia, a mischievous ghost, lives in option A peepal trees, B banyan trees, C palm trees. Number 5. Anil's mother told the narrator about option A a jinn, B Munjia, C a harmless ghost. Activity B. Fill in the gaps with the information from the text. Number 1. One day the teacher asked a student to blank from the cupboard. Number 2. He was a jinn and that was the reason for his blank. Number 3. A mischievous ghost lives in blank. Number 4. Anil wanted to be a jinn especially for blank. Number 5. If you don't remember Anil's mother's advice, Munjia will completely blank. Activity C. Answer the following. Number 1. How did the boy astonish everyone? Question number 2. What does a Munjia do when he is annoyed? Question number 3. What is the advice of Anil's mother to the narrator and others if they pass beneath a peepal tree at night? Question number 4. What will happen to anyone if he forgets her advice? Question number 5. Narrate one activity of any one of the ghosts. Activity D. Fill in the blanks with the words from the text given below. Number 1. He had the blank of a man half his age. Number 2. She loves all sports blank swimming. Number 3. There is no point getting blank about it. Number 4. She has gone to blank the kids from school. Number 5. I was blank that day had not turned up. List of words: fetch, agility, especially, annoyed, upset. Page 76, Unit 2. Number 3. Read and answer the questions given below. Para 13. In an attempt to change the subject, Kamal mentioned that a friend of his had found a snake in his bed one morning. Number 14. Did he kill it? Asked Anil's mother anxiously. 15. No, it slipped away, said Kamal. Number 16. Good, she said. It is lucky if you see a snake early in the morning. Para 17. It won't bite you if you let it alone, she said. Para 18. By 11 o'clock, after we had finished our dinner and heard a few more ghost stories, including one about Anil's grandmother, whose spirit paid the family a visit, Kamal and I were most reluctant to leave the company on the veranda and return to the room which had been set apart for us. It did not make us feel any better to be told by Anil's mother that we should recite certain magical verses to keep away the more mischievous spirits. We tried one which went Bhoot, Pret, Pisach, Dana, Chhu Mantar Sab Nikal Jana, which roughly translated means ghosts, spirits, goblins, sprites, away you fly, don't come tonight. Para 19. But the more we repeated the verse, the more uneasy we became, and when I got into bed, within bracket, after carefully examining it for snakes, I could not lie still, but kept twisting and turning and looking all the walls for moving shadows. Kamal attempted to raise our spirits by singing softly, but this only made the atmosphere more eerie. EERIE. After a while, we heard someone knocking on the door and the voices of Anil and the maidservant. Getting up and opening the door, I found them looking pale and anxious. They too had succeeded in frightening themselves as a result of Anil's mother's stories. Para 20. Are you all right? Asked Anil. Wouldn't you like to sleep in our part of the house? It might be safer. Mulia will help us to carry the beds across. Para 21. We are quite all right, protested Kamal and I, refusing to admit we were nervous. But we were hustled along to the other side of the flat as though a band of ghosts was conspiring against us. Anil's mother had been absent during all this activity, but suddenly we heard her screaming from the direction of the room we had just left. Para 22. Rusty and Kamal have disappeared, she cried. Their beds have gone too. 23. And then when she came out of the veranda and saw us dashing about in our pyjamas, she gave another scream and collapsed on a cot. Para 24. After that, we didn't allow Anil's mother to tell us ghost stories at night. Page 77. Paras 13 to 24. Word nest. Para 13. Mentioned. Montobbo korlo, remarked. Para 14. Anxiously. Udbigno hoye, worriedly. Para 16. Lucky. Bhagyoban, fortunate. Para 17. Alone, ekaki, lonely. Para 18. Reluctant, onichuk, unwilling. Retire, ঘুমোতে যাওয়া, to go to bed. Apart, পৃথক ভাবে. Aside, recite, আবৃত্তির ঢঙে আউড়ে যাওয়া. Say a poem. Verses, কবিতার চরণ. Stanza of a poem. Roughly, চলতি কথায়, unrefined way. Translate, ভাষান্তরিত করো. Interpret in another language. Goblin, অপদেবতা. A bogie or elf. Sprite, মায়াবী পরী, a small creature with magic powers. Tonight, আজ রাতে. Today at night. Para 19. Repeated, বারবার বলল. Reiterated. Verse, পদ্য বা কবিতা. Stanza of a poem. Uneasy, অস্বস্তিপূর্ণ, disturbed. গট ইনটু উঠে এলো, কেম টু এক্সামিনিং খুঁটিয়ে দেখছে, লুকিং ক্লোজলি টুইস্টিং বাঁকানো বা মোচড়ানো, বেন্ডিং অর কার্ভিং মুভিং স্থান পরিবর্তন করতে করতে, চেঞ্জিং পজিশন, শ্যাডোজ ছায়াগুলি, সিলহৌটিস SILHOUETTES স্পিরিটস অন্তরাত্মা, সোলস রেইজ উৎফুল্ল করা, চিয়ার আপ সফটলি মৃদুভাবে, জেন্টলি, অ্যাটমসফিয়ার চারপাশের পরিবেশ, সিচুয়েশনস ইরি ভুতুরে, উইয়ার্ড, নকিং টোকা দিচ্ছে, র্যাটলিং, পেল ফ্যাকাশে, অ্যাটমোস্ট ওয়াইল ইন ফিয়ার, অ্যাংশাস চিন্তিত, ওয়ারিড, সাকসিডেড সফল হলো, গট সাকসেস, ফ্রাইটেনিং ভয় তাড়িত হওয়া, টেরিফাইং, প্যারা 21 রিফিউজিং প্রত্যাখ্যান করা, থিঙ্কিং ডাউন, নার্ভাস ঘাবড়ে যাওয়া, অ্যাংশাস, হাসলড তাড়াহুড়ো করে চলে গেল, মুভড কুইকলি, ব্যান্ড দল গ্রুপ, কনস্পায়ারিং ষড়যন্ত্র করছে, প্লটিং, স্ক্রিমিং ভয়ার্ত চিৎকার করছে, ক্রাইং ইন ফিয়ার, প্যারা 22 ডিসঅ্যাপিয়ার্ড উধাও হয়ে গেল, ওয়েন্ট আউট অফ সাইট, প্যারা 23 ড্যাশিং এদিক সেদিক করা, মুভিং অ্যাবাউট কুইকলি, কোল্যাপসড ক্রিয়াশক্তি হারালেন, ফেইন্টেড কট খাটিয়া, আ বেড মেড অফ স্ট্রিং। Activity A. Write T for true statements and A for false ones. Number 1. According to Anil's mother, it is lucky to see a snake in the morning. Number 2. A snake won't bite you if you let it alone. Number 3. The magical verses as told by Anil's mother could not free the narrator from fear of ghosts or spirits. Page 78. Number 4. Kamal sang softly and the spirits of the narrator raised. Number 5. The narrator was not nervous of the ghost stories. Activity B. Complete the following sentences with information from the text. Number 1. Kamal mentioned the story of the snake to blank. Number 2. A snake will not bite you if blank. Number 3. One should recite magical verses to blank. Number 4. Kamal sang softly to blank. Number 5. The narrator was not willing to hear blank. Activity C. Answer the following questions in brief. Question number 1. What did Kamal mention to change the subject? Number 2. When did the narrator hear a few more ghost stories? About whom was the story related? What did that spirit do? Number 3. Which of the ghost stories as told by Anil's mother frightened you most or appears to be believable? Number 4. Do you think that the narrator of the story himself believed in ghosts? Number 5. Give the last 2 lines of the magical verses in England to keep away the spirits at night. Activity D. Match the words in column A with their meaning in column B. Column A words. Number 1. Reluctant. Number 2. Eerie. Number 3. Succeeded. Number 4. Frightening. Number 5. Screaming. Column B words. Number 1. Not natural. Number 2. Making afraid. Number 3. Unwilling. Number 4. Cry in fear. Number 5. Achieved. এই সঙ্গে দ্য টেক্সট ব্লুসমস রিডিং কম্প্রিহেনশন পার্টটি এখানেই শেষ হলো। পরবর্তী অধ্যায় পরবর্তী ফাইলে রয়েছে। পেজ নাম্বার 79 টু 86 পর্যন্ত কম্প্রিহেনশন পোর্শনের আনসার দেওয়া ছিল।